If you're in the market for a new head torch, then today's video couldn't be any better suited to you. I've got a brand new head torch from the guys over at Rebelcell, conveniently called the Rebeltorch. It's a really cool bit of kit, so let's jump into the video and find out everything you need to know about it. So this Rebeltorch has been designed obviously with the outdoors in mind, and it's got an IP65 waterproofing rating, which basically means it's going to be waterproof enough if it's raining overnight and you do get a bite, you can still happily use it without any worries. But I probably wouldn't fully submerge it because at the end of the day it's still an electrical item. But it is also shockproof as well, so if you do drop it during the kerfuffle, can we get away with that? The kerfuffle of playing a fish, then you don't have to worry, it's not game over, it's still going to be working because all the components inside are built to withstand that sort of issue. Alongside it being shockproof, it's also very durable and very lightweight. It comes in at just 70 grams, and that is including the internal battery. So it's a lithium battery, it's got a power rating of 3,200 milliamps, which that basically translates into 28 hours of use. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to be bright as well, because it has got very bright but low powered LEDs situated in the front of the head torch. So it's bright, it's going to last ages, but it's also nice and lightweight, which means it's nice and comfortable when you're wearing it for a prolonged period of time. But that 28 hours is obviously using it on one of the lower powered modes. If you're using it full whack, that's going to take up a little bit more juice, but it's still going to last you a good amount of time. And it's easy to recharge as well. You've got a little USB section on the bottom here, so you can recharge it directly from power banks or anything like that. But you've also got a USB-A connection. So if you do get stuck in the middle of nowhere and you've got no phone's battery left or anything like that, you can actually use this as a worst case scenario power bank. So not only is it well suited to obviously fishing and the situations we come up against, but it would be a great head torch for anything outdoorsy. If you're going on a hike and you slip and you've got no battery on your phone, like I say, you slip and you need help, then you can actually get a last little bit of charge to make that final important call to try and get someone to rescue you. But going on to the modes, there's 6 different modes to choose from. And as you can see on the front, there is 2 different LEDs, and then you've actually got red LEDs on the side. So you can have a single low powered mode, a high powered mode with 1 LED. You can have low powered mode with 2 LEDs. You can have a high powered mode with 2 LEDs. You can have the red LEDs on the side just on, which is great obviously for playing fish at night because it helps retain that night vision, but you can also have a flashing red LED as well. So again, worst case scenario, you slip on a hike, flashing LED, charge your phone up, this could actually save your life. But it's all well and good saying that there's bright modes, but what actually constitutes as a bright mode? So this has a maximum power rating of 1,000 lumens. In the years I've been at 𝗃𝗄𝗺𝗿, I think there's only ever been one head torch which has had higher than this, and that was a very, very expensive bit of kit, but that had 1,200 lumens. Again, that probably still doesn't mean a lot, so putting it into context, an average car headlight is somewhere between 700 and 1,200 lumens. So when I say it can be bright, it can be very bright. Now there is also a few other nice little features amongst this, and one of which is the memory mode. So this remembers what you last used it on, what mode you last used it on, so you don't have to cycle through all the different modes to get back to where you want. So if you found that you caught a fish overnight, you were using the red LED to help kind of retain some of that night vision, then if you get a second fish that night, you know that switching it on, it will come straight back onto the red mode, so you don't lose that night vision by cycling through all the bright different white LEDs to get to the red. It's already going to be there. Now another nice little mode is it does have a hands-free mode. So there's a little sensor just at the bottom here, which basically means that if you're wearing it overnight and you want it to be easily accessible and you don't have to be pressing buttons, then you have got that hands-free mode. So say you've jumped out of the sleeping bag, you're playing a fish, obviously your hands are full, they're quite occupied. But what you can do is if you've got it on, you lift the rod up, you can kind of dot it against your arm, and then that's going to turn on, so then you've got access to it and you haven't had to try and sacrifice actually using your hands because you've got that little hands-free mode. So it's really cool. You've also got a little battery level, so it's got 4 tiny little LEDs which will show you the state of charge, and of course you can angle everything. You've got a little ratchet system just inside here, so you can angle it to whatever is easiest. So if you're tying rigs, then you're going to want it a bit more angled down, or if you're just kind of walking, you want it angled a bit more up. So it's nice to have that flexibility. And again, you have got a nice elasticated strap as well, so it's nice and flexible, but it's also easy to adjust the actual size of it as well to actually make it as comfortable as possible. So overall, I think this is a pretty solid head torch. It's definitely a higher end head torch compared to a lot of what's out there, and the price does go with that as well. It's not mega expensive, I don't think, for what it offers, but like I say, it is definitely on the higher end side. So you can pick these up. The website says they're 79 euros, which I think roughly translates to about 67 quid. Overall, I think it gives you a lot for your money, and this is definitely one of them head torches that is built to last. So to find out any more information, please do head over to the Rebelcell website. And like I say, this is the Rebeltorch, but they do a load of other really useful outdoorsy products as well. So make sure you check it out. You can find a few more specs, and if you want the exact outputs of each mode, I'm sure that's going to be on the website as well. So yeah, head over to Rebelcell, have a look at this. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.